So you've gotten your offer letter. The school has asked you that your visa is ready and you need to come out to teach. This is a time of panic and worry for people because suddenly all the dreams of the previous months has now come together and it's time for you to go. You have to say goodbye to family, you have to tidy up, you have to get everything ready, sort yourself, and then you're going. Packing your suitcase is usually one of the things that people leave because they think it's not important. But then you find out that in the hurry you have to throw things together, and usually it's in such a way that you are in a frenzy. Today I'm going to share my essential guide of things to pack into your suitcase so that you're not left panicking and in that tumultuous mental state at, at the crucial time when you need to be calm, collected, and ready to go. Captain has turned on the seatbelt light. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelts. I'm going to be sharing my list today, and it's not it's not cast in stone. You can vary it to yourself, but I'm sharing this so that at least you can think about it from my perspective as someone who has lived on 6 continents, 9 countries, traveled the world, and I've seen it all. So here we go. I'm going to be telling you in order of importance, starting with the least important, going up to the most important thing you need to pack, with some honorable mentions thrown in as we go on. Now, the first thing that you need to remember to pack without thinking at all, dried food from your country. You see, when you're in a new country, you sometimes get the expat blues and you feel like you long for home. Now, in another video that I've made, I've talked about how you need to phone home, how you need to keep in contact with home, and make sure you have a set date that you phone people at home. Now, sometimes it's not that day yet, you have a ton of things to do, and you just feel like you want a hug. Your food will help you with that. So, for me, I'm Nigerian, I pack dried fish, ogbono, egusi, and all those kind of things. But remember, when you're doing that, you need to remember to have in mind that custom duties around the world sometimes frown at these things. There's nothing as horrible as you opening a dish of ihu at the airport because they want to see what's inside or because it's gone above the required number of kilos you're allowed to take. So make sure you know how many kilos you're allowed and make sure that it's all packed up properly. Make sure that you've done your due diligence and you'll be fine. When you need a touch of home, you can always go into your cupboards, make yourself that little food that you really need, and you'll be fine. The next thing you need to remember is you need to pack photos of family, photos of nieces, nephews, uncles, aunts, crucial photos that you know that, yeah, it will just tide you through the days where you just feel like the food has given you the hug from inside, but the photos give you the hug from outside. So, yes, that's something that you really need to pack. And these photos come in handy when you have international days at school, wherever you work, and then you can show them pictures of your family. I've had a situation in the past where the teachers were asked to bring in baby pictures of themselves from when they were young, and because I had photos of myself, uh, I I put it up. Mine was a dead giveaway because I was the only black teacher on staff, so the children were able to pick me out in a lineup of teachers when they were asked to guess whose baby picture was that. They picked me out very easily. But the thing is, I was able to show team spirit by having photos of myself from when I was a baby. So, yes, you don't have to take the physical photos. Technology has gone way ahead now. You can have soft copies and then you can download them when you need them in your new country. And because you might be going to countries where nobody knows about Nigeria or wherever you're from, those pictures might come in really handy to help you show people that, yes, this is where I'm from, this is what it looks like, this is me, deal with it. Yeah. My home country is not in the east, is in the west. We don't wear that, we don't say that, we don't eat that, we don't look like that. This is what we look like. Your pictures will come in for that. So yeah, do yourself a favor, pack a photo that you really like. The next thing you need to think about is that you need to pack yourself some comfortable bras and shoes. Certain parts of the world have different beauty standards. For example, if I go to South Korea, for instance, people there have a different set of beauty standards. I'm a size 16. They believe that a size 16 is someone who needs to be thrown into the field and left to maybe starve a little so that I can whittle down my waist and all these kind of things. I will never be a size whatever their beauty standards is. I think I went into a shop once and I saw that the size 12 was an extra, extra, extra large. What will they say about size 16 then? Ooh. So yeah, pack yourself a good set of underwear that you can wear at least for the first month, and it'll be enough. Don't think that you can go into that country and buy, because you might not find a good shop, or you might find one that's overpriced. If you have something to tide you over, and the shoes, because shoe sizes varies around the world. In Spain, I can never find my shoe size. Spain. So, but in the UK, I do find a shoe size. Got very large feet. So I always remember to pack myself a good pair of shoes so I can hit the ground running while I search for shops that cater to people like me. If you're on this channel right now watching this, it means you're either going into international teaching or maybe you're already an international school teacher looking to move to another country. Now, your first week is for you will meet the parents, and you will meet the parents really early on. When you land, you do your teamwork and all the meetings and all the inductions, and then the next thing you're meeting the parents and then you meet the children. You don't want to get there and think, oh, I didn't pack a good set of clothes to wear for this meeting. So my advice, don't let it happen to you like it happened to me. I thought, oh, I'm going to so country, I'll find my size there. You will not. Just save your energy on making yourself ready for the year ahead by packing a smart casual set of maybe dress or suit or something. Don't wear something. You can just pack something that will make you look really professional and smart when you meet the parents. You're ready, and then you can gradually start to update your wardrobe in the new country. But those clothes are essential. Make sure they're not revealing, make sure they're quite not too conservative, but it depends on the country you're going to. But you just want to project a look of professionality. So yeah, pack yourself a good set of clothes for your first week at least. I recommend neutral colors. You know that Steve Harvey thing where it said, have a pair of suits, the blue, yes, that one where you can then interchange. Well, something like that, but whittles down. Have neutral colors so that you can pair up and mix and match, but just have something really good for your first week at school, at this international school, when, when you meet the parents. Next, you need a universal adapter. When I was in America, the plugs were different. I came to Europe, the plugs were different from the ones I used in Nigeria. Then I went to Asia, the plugs were different. What I realized then was that if I had an adapter, a universal adapter, it would have saved me so much stress. So that instead of running around looking for where to charge my phone so that people don't think I dropped off the face of the planet, I would have my universal adapter and just plug it in to whatever socket I find and then charge my phone. This would have saved me a lot of stress. So don't let it give you that much panic to get yourself a universal adapter. It will save your life and it will save you a lot of stress. Honestly, trust me, just pack it. If you don't need it, then fine. But it's good to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, if you see what I mean. Also, if you have a power bank, that would be a good idea. Uh, Airports will usually allow you to go through with your power bank. So, yeah, throw a power bank in there. You can keep charging your phone and you can stay connected and stay up to date with people at home and in the new country if your phone is charged. Next, you need an unlocked phone. Why do I say an unlocked phone? So if you have a phone and it's locked to a network, when you go into this new country, you will not be able to put a SIM card into it. And then you have to start looking for money to buy a new phone, or then phone your provider from back home to unlock your phone, and then you have to pay a lot of money to break the contract. Save yourself the stress. Unlock your phone and take it into the new country so that if you're like me, where the school gives you a SIM card so that your bank details can then be connected to that SIM card, it's all in the process of helping you settle in. Your phone is already unlocked and it's there for you to use. No hassles, no arguments. You're straight on. You're on the grid, ready to go. And it shows that you're professional as well. It shows that you're up to date on things and you know what to do. And that's what we want to show them. We want to show them we're ready to be here. We know what we're doing and we know why we applied to this job. So, yes, show them that. One crucial thing I haven't talked about, I've talked about your personal, how to, get yourself ready for that first impression you have with the parents. One thing I haven't talked about is your classroom. Now, as you're getting your smart clothes ready, your underwear, your shoes, and everything, your home food, to make sure that your mental well-being is well taken care of. One thing I need to put here is that when the parents come in to meet you, they will be coming into your classroom. Most schools want them to see your classroom and feel connected to you and feel like their children will be well taken care of in your classroom. So what you want to do, you want to pack yourself a good set of borders, just two or three. Go into a shop near you, get borders, so that if you're in a country where they provide, good. If you're in a country where they don't provide, you're ready. You've packed a set of borders. Just throw newspapers on there, put borders on. Your borders will come in handy. And your board is well lit up. Your bulletin boards, your display boards, depending on the country where you're watching this from, and you're ready. It doesn't cost much. You can always find newspapers in any country. I learned this the hard way after I worked in the US and I could not get my hands on resources. I had to shell out a lot of money because I had to buy it under duress. But if I had packed it from my home country where I could have gotten it for just pennies, it would have saved me a lot of stress. So pack yourself a roll of borders. You can, if you're the type who makes your borders yourself, pack yourself a roll, put sellotape or rubber bands around it, put them in your suitcase. You're fine. You're hitting the ground running. And that's what you want to see in most international schools. All the international schools really like that. So, yes, do that to save you a lot of stress. Now, we're getting to the point where it's now getting essential. So I'm going to throw in the honorable mentions here. I like to think of having $100 in currency, in either $100 or £100, because these are the readily transferable currencies or readily changeable currencies in any country. So pack yourself $100 for each person in your group. If you're traveling with a family of two children, a husband and a wife and two children, pack $400, $100 for each person. If you're traveling in a family of five, it will be $500. If you're traveling in a family of 10, that's $1,000. So, yes, that's what you need to do. In case there's an emergency, that's emergency money for you, where if your ATM doesn't work, you have that to quickly change. They would not give you a good rate, unfortunately, but at least you have it to fall back on. That don't that's not your rent money. That's emergency money. And it's always good to have emergency money. Please do it. It will save your life. I didn't do it and I learned it the hard way. And now I never go anywhere without $100 in currency. Currency, not card, not currency, which I take everywhere with me. I'll come later to survival mode money in another video, but for this video, it's just the emergency money when you first land in there. Two, you need to make sure on your phone you download Google Maps and Google Translate. I have gone to different countries where English is not the first language, and Google Translate has saved my life a lot of times. In fact, you're able to watch me now because of Google, because Google makes this YouTube available to you in whatever country you are, because as we know, it's a search channel, and I'm hoping that that's where you found me today. So please like, share, and subscribe so that other people will find me the way you found me, so the algorithm will help me. Now, if you already have Google Translated, you will find out that you can use it without Wi-Fi. You can use it without internet. You can use it on a dead phone, not on a dead phone, but you can use it on any phone. So please make sure you download Google Maps. It'll help you navigate your way around your new country. So for instance, I always have someone meet me at the airport. The school always sends someone to meet me at the airport. Now, if you have Google and the person is waiting at Terminal 3 and you're in Terminal 1, you can always find a way to meet each other up and all this kind of thing. So please download Google. And if you have to transport yourself to the new place, or if nobody's waiting for you, you have Google. And Google is Google. It's all around the world, so you can use that. Same with Google Translate. You can say a few phrases, or you can type in what you want into Google Translate and show it to anyone, and they will see what you mean because Google will translate it. It's not the most efficient way to translate, but it'll give the person a literal translation of what you're trying to convey, and they will help you from there. So translate, download Google Translate, Google Maps. It will help you a lot. Now we're going to the big list of things you must have in your suitcase, according to Janet, who has traveled all around the world. You need, you really need to take your certified documents. Make sure that before you leave your home country, go and certify your documents, authenticate them at the Ministry of Education in your country and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Some countries want you to have done that before you leave. Some countries are fine with you coming over, but then they will still ask you because you know why? They have to register you with the Ministry of Education in the new country. They cannot register you unless your documents have been certified as genuine documents. Your documents can only be certified as genuine documents if your Ministry of Education, that knows all the institutions in your country, is able to prove that, yes, we know this certificate is from this university, yes, and they stamp it. Now, after you do that, you can't just take it out of the country. You have to go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will unlock, I call it unlock, but what they're doing is they're authenticating it so that it's open for the embassies of your home country can access this because your embassy knows their headquarters stamp. And so they will say yes. And your headquarters, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is the headquarters, knows the Ministry of Education stamp. So yeah, they all work together. And so don't do that before you leave your home country. It will save you. Authenticate all your documents, whether you need it or not. Authenticate it because different countries ask for different things. But if you have everything authenticated and certified, you will be fine. And you can jump around the world like I did. Next, your medication and your medical records. Do not leave your home country without your medication and your medical records because when you get into the new country, there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done before they get you your medication, and they really need your medical records to be able to prescribe. Some doctors do not believe that you really have what you have because of the way some people have abused medicines in different countries. So the onus is on them to make sure that this patient is a genuine patient, so they'll need your medical records. I moved from and I moved from the Netherlands to Spain, and I moved from Spain to the UK in the same Europe, but my medical records took a while to move from one country to the other. And that's in Europe. I could not transfer my medical records from Egypt. I could not transfer my medical records from Oman. So what I did was I got all my medical records certified and authenticated and brought to the new country. Now, that way I can give it to the doctor. It's already been certified and authenticated as genuine, and then they can then take it from there. I'm on a medication that I need to keep up with, so I cannot play with that, and I make sure that my medical records come with me. They might ask you for immunization records and all of that, and if you've already got them with you and you're prepared, you are ready. You don't have any problems with that. So make sure you get them and you take them with you. You do not want to joke with that. The final, most important thing for me on that list is your makeup and your hair products. Now I've got this is this is a nice wig that I've got and I use it all the time. I use wigs all the time, not because I do not like my natural hair, but sometimes I'm not nowhere near a hairdresser who knows how to handle African hair. I try to do it myself, but it doesn't really come out the way I want it to come out. I don't like how I do it because I can't keep my hands up all the time, and sometimes I'm too busy. So even though I do my daughter's hair, which is fine, doing my own hair has always been a little bit of a little cumbersome for me. Although there are YouTube videos out there that show us how to do it. So what I do, I rely on this and hair extensions until I find a good salon in the new country. I can then help myself with this. Another thing is makeup. You might be in a country like me where there are not they don't have melanated girls like me. I don't want to look like a clown by using makeup that's not the same shade as mine. So I pack my makeup. Thank God for Amazon and the fact that Amazon is able to deliver to most countries on the planet. But you do not want to be caught unawares. You don't want to go there in your smart clothes, your nice underwear, your comfortable shoes, looking like a clown up there. So get everything ready, and you will be set. At least until you settle in. For your first week, you are looking, and people will think you fell from heaven. If you stayed with me to the end, to this point in the video, thank you so much. And if you want more content on teaching abroad, raising third culture children abroad, traveling around the world and settling into countries, and generally teaching abroad, please comment, like, share, and I shall see you in the next episode. Bye.